Our Italian blend came out of a mess up. Scott was roasting way back in the day. He was roasting a blend and forgot about it, walked away. Came back, oh, dang it, drop it. Out comes and brews it. Wow, this is good.
Yeah?
Good smoky flavor, good chocolate flavor. I tried with some customers, they loved it.
Hey y'all, it's Taylor with Local Decay. We're here recording another episode of In Good Company, sponsored by the Camador family. Today's guest is Bailey Fisher with Daybreak Coffee Roasters. They are based here in Lubbock and were founded in 1991. Scott was the original owner, still involved with the business, and has brought on other partners, which is where Bailey Fisher and his father now enter the picture. So let's dive into the conversation where we learned how cafes transitioned into wholesale coffee and now includes service and equipment, and learn how roasting is a lot like business operations. Experimenting, testing, fine-tuning to make sure you end up with a really good product. Come learn with us, because when you're with Local Decay, you're always in good company. Hey Bailey.
Hey Taylor, how are you?
Doing well, how are you today?
I'm doing good.
Glad you could make it.
Me too.
So we are here at the BMW dealership, driving one of their wonderful vehicles. You'll be able to see some of that in the intro in a second, but want to welcome you to the In Good Company podcast.
Well, thanks for having me.
Love having you here. So figured out how to drive it this time.
That's good.
So if you don't mind, tell our guest a little bit about you.
Hi, I'm Bailey Fisher. I am the husband to Emily Fisher. I got two beautiful daughters, Carly and Cynthia, and I'm the production manager over at Daybreak Coffee Roasters.
How cool. How long you been over there now?
I've been over there for 4 years.
All right.
So I'm still a baby.
Still a baby. And then from my understanding, your dad's been over there a while.
That's right. He's been over there just about 10 years. He got brought on as a service tech and then jumped into ownership.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So 10 years. And then how long has the business actually been around?
We opened in 91, so this is our 35th year.
Mm-hmm.
Scott brought Daybreak to Lubbock in 91 because he was looking for a job and decided to open up a coffee shop and roaster, and we were the first one since the 40s. I went the other day. So
no way.
Lubbock went from the 40s to the 90s without a roaster.
That is crazy.
Yep.
Okay. So let's give the whole story. How did Daybreak get started?
Yeah, so Scott Gloyna is our owner and founder. He had left the Air Force, was looking for a job, saw a need in Lubbock for a coffee roaster, brought one here, and then he opened up a couple shops. Throughout the years, he started working on coffee machines. He started roasting coffee, selling to people around other coffee shops here in town. And then eventually sold all of his shops so that we could be a service coffee equipment company.
Okay.
And then wholesale coffee and just some retail customers. So
Love it.
yeah,
How many shops did they have?
they had 3.
That's what I remember.
At its peak. Yeah.
And what were those locations, if you remember?
So we had, from what I remember, there was Kingsgate over on 82nd. There was over at 19th and Quaker. And I can't remember the third one. I think it was on Tech Campus.
Was it really?
I don't know exactly where.
Okay.
There's still a Daybreak on Tech Campus. They just use our name
Neat.
in the market.
Okay. Well, how cool. I grew up going to the one on 19th, so I've got memories going there.
That's awesome.
And so when did your dad come into the picture then?
He came in about 10 years ago. Scott was looking for a partner to hand the company off to someday. And Dad was managing Red Mango here in town.
Okay.
And so they had done some interactions together. Scott was selling us some stuff and asked if we wanted to come on. So that was the story.
Okay. So were the shops already closed at that point?
The shops were already closed at that point. Dad grew up working with his hands. His dad's a mechanic, my grandfather. And so he fit right in, coming in and fixing coffee machines around Lubbock and eastern New Mexico. And he runs that side of the company now. He's phenomenal at it.
Okay, love it. I was about to say, when I stopped by the roastery one time, you were telling me about the service territory y'all have. Y'all are everywhere.
We are, yeah. So we service Starbucks machines. Our basic area, rough outline, is Albuquerque, Pecos, Pampa, and Abilene.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And then we also do some machines for United Supermarkets in the Dallas area.
Okay, got it.
So they're always running around, doing all the things.
And how big of a team do y'all have at this point?
We only have 11 people on our team.
You do all that with 11?
We do all that with 11. The service side, there's 5 of them. And then I have me and 4 people underneath me on the production side. And then our business manager, Heather, kind of sits in the middle.
Okay.
And takes all the calls and makes sure people know where to go.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then where is your dad now that he's a partner, what's he doing with his part of the business?
Yeah, so he runs the service side. He has say over everything, and he has his hands in a little bit of everything. But the service side is his passion.
Okay.
So he comes in the morning, gets all the different calls where we're going from, outlines all of our service tech, sends them out. Makes sure I'm not messing up stuff in the back. And then leaves and comes back later on.
Cool. I feel I've got a little bit of a background in the coffee scene, and I feel like a lot of people in West Texas don't think of West Texas as a coffee scene.
Yep.
What's your take on that?
I think Lubbock has a great coffee scene. We have 5 major roasters here in Lubbock right now, and they all do phenomenal work. What's really cool about Lubbock, Texas coffee scene is every roaster kind of has their own niche. Different roast profiles they go to, whether you're light or medium or dark roast, and how long they roast, and totally different flavor notes they're going for. But we all, because of Lubbock and how well we're supported, have a big enough target market that we can thrive and survive. And I love going to all the other 4 and trying their stuff. And there's even some where we sell the exact same coffee, roasted totally different.
Really? Okay.
So I'll
same
go,
source and origin?
Same source, same origin. And so I'll go often and try it out. Wow, I'm getting some notes on this. I had no idea could be there. So I have a lot of fun checking out the coffee scene here in Lubbock.
Oh, how
it's
cool.
thriving.
And then with your role, you are head roaster, correct?
Yep. Yes, sir.
What was that learning curve like?
It was good. So I came on to Daybreak as a delivery driver. I was in ministry. Thought I was going to do that the rest of my life, and ended up stepping out. Needed a job, and there was a position open. Came in, started delivering. We would try coffees in the morning that were roasted. So we would sit there, and I would start to pick out notes. So that got me interested in roasting and what does that look like. And, it's so much fun. It's so much fun to roast coffee. It's a science and an art. You can get in it, and it's super analytical. I can go to this degree. I can have the Maillard process be this long. But also, you can do all the things right. If you taste it, it's not good. It was all for nothing.
Yeah. Well, and y'all have a big machine.
We do. We do. We have a Daybreak, and it roasts 75 pounds of coffee every. We do like 3 batches an hour.
Okay.
And so.
I imagine you don't do your testing on that, right?
We don't do our testing on that. We have a little small nucleus link sample roaster, and it roasts everything super light. And so we get it, and we taste. There's a defect here. What is this weird taste that we see, or this is awesome? Let's roast it big.
Well, talk us through the process. So you get a bag of green beans in from the source. What do you do after that?
Yep. So I'll take about 100 grams home, roast it on our sample roaster a couple times, and get slightly different roast profiles. We'll bring it in. We'll let it sit for about a week, so that the gases within the coffee begin to settle, and you get your flavor the way you want it to. We'll try it out. If we love the notes, we'll pick out, maybe there's a chocolate note here, or a berry note here, or a citrus note here, to decide what profile, how dark we want to roast it. The lighter you roast it, the more citrus, more berries, more white sugar notes you get. The darker you roast it, the more chocolates and caramels and molasses and brown sugar you get. So we see what we can pick out when it's light roasted, and then darken to whatever profile we want to try it at. And if we love it, we sell it. If we don't love it, we try again.
Okay.
And then hopefully we can make a product that our customers love, and we'll start sending it out to coffee shops or to our customers at homes and see what they think.
All right.
Get it in their hands. And so, and then we'll also, sometimes we'll have a coffee that's, man, it's just missing this one thing. Maybe it's not, maybe it doesn't have a good enough body. Maybe it's missing this light note that we want. So then we'll pair it with another coffee to blend it, or that's how we get our blends. That's a lot of our process. It's a lot of testing stuff out, trying and failing again, and trying to make the best products we can.
I feel like what you're describing with coffee roasting is the experience of any small business, though.
Yeah.
Of it's trying something new, experimenting, and seeing how the market responds.
Yeah.
Seeing if it tastes good. So.
Well, Lubbock's such a great place to be a small business because Lubbock supports local so well that you have the freedom to try and lose a couple dollars here and try again, lose a couple dollars here. Because when you're putting out the best product, Lubbock's going to see that, and they're going to love that, and they're going to come back and support you tenfold.
How cool.
And so there's not a lot of markets where you could have that freedom to kind of fail as much as you need to. But Lubbock's one, so that's a fantastic place to have a small business and do that process.
I was about to say, being around since 91, I imagine you've been able to build a long-term customer base, and they go through all the steps with you.
Oh my gosh, yeah. United Supermarkets and Texas Tech are some of our biggest customers, longest-standing customers. And then we also have coffee shops around the city. J&B, Kicking Coffee, Yellow City, Hebrews, and I'm probably missing a few. And we also have some around, eastern New Mexico. We have a coffee shop in Dallas. But we tell them all the time, hey, we tried this out. Here's 2 different roast profiles. What do you think? Let us know. We'll get different answers. We'll get, hey, I really don't like that one at all. This other one was awesome. Let's try it out. And they're so creative, right? We're creating the product. They're the ones.
For them, it's an ingredient.
Yeah, for them, it's an ingredient.
They build on it.
Their customers will tell them, hey, that latte didn't taste the same. I like this one better. This one tasted better in a cortado. This one tasted better drip. So it's really fun because you're working. It's not just us. We don't have a storefront. And so we really get to work with our coffee shops and our customers to say, what do y'all think? And how can we better serve you?
Love it. And then with United, your product ends up a lot of places.
Yep.
So it's not just a local customer base.
Yep.
You've got, are you throughout all of the Albertsons territory, or how's that work?
We are, last I heard, they just said that merger, so I don't know how far now we're going into New Mexico, but we were in all of the eastern New Mexico Uniteds. So Hobbs and Lovington, that new store that just opened at Roswell, all of those places. And I'd heard they were starting to test it in the western New Mexico.
Okay.
And trying those stores out and see how they do. Eastern New Mexico and West Texas are so intertwined that it's an easy partnership.
And then how about over with our friends in DFW?
Yeah.
Go that way? Okay.
Yep. They got our coffee down there. We're the Ariba coffee brand at United. So we private label for them. And they've just been a phenomenal partner. I love going in, all of our team, they'll go in and they'll tell me, they'll say, hey, this coffee down on the shelf, it was the last Southern Pecan. And we roasted it a month ago. How awesome is that? But they're getting that fresh coffee.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh, that's awesome. They know what they're doing. They're selling well, and they support us really well.
Is that your most sold flavor?
Most sold flavor, Southern Pecan. I'm at United is Southern Pecan, and then Breakfast Blend is the most sold non-flavor.
All right.
They go through bukus of those. It's a lot of fun.
Cool. So from there, now that we're on the loop, we already established how the company got started, how your dad got involved, how you got involved, a little bit of the role you carry with the roasting program. How are you all involved in the community?
Man, one of my favorite things to encourage with my team is I want you to be volunteering. I want you to go to all the events you can go to. And so the way I partner with my team is, hey, however early you need to get off. The answer is yes. If you've got worship rehearsal, so many of my team are involved in church, whether worship teams or grading teams or helping out with the kids. We've also got team members who help with like Little League basketball teams that are heavily involved in the community. And then we also love to partner with local charities, the Salvation Army or Caleb's Closet, different churches around town, to where, hey, if you have an event coming up, let us know. We want to help you out. Maybe provide coffee for this, give you some discounted coffee. And then we also love to partner with schools for fundraisers. We have a lot of, Lubbock High does a really cool fundraiser for the soccer team every year where we sell them Daybreak coffee at a discount, and they sell for however high they want. So we love being a part of the community. The community has blessed us. We'll never be able to bless Lubbock as much as it's blessed us. And so we try our best to be as involved as we can.
Cool.
Try to say yes every time.
And a part of the conversation I forgot to dive into with you and your dad working together, as well as some other partners, how do you all navigate those dynamics?
It is so much fun because we're all totally different personalities. We're all totally different ages. So we see the world different. I think the key to being that close in a relationship and doing business together is knowing the strengths, what the other one has to offer, and then leaning in to where you're not as strong. So Ryan Walker, he's the youngest partner, and then I'm younger than he is, and I get looped into some of their conversations. There's lots of times that we bring these fun ideas. Hey, let's try this. You knew the unique thing that's happening, and Scott and Dad will often come back like, hey, we tried that. It didn't work. Here's why. But let's try.
Or maybe we tried it 20 years
yeah,
ago.
maybe we try it again, or let's tweak this one thing. And so Scott and Dad have so much wisdom when it comes to doing business for years and years in the Lubbock area. They know what works and what doesn't work, and Ryan and I are kind of bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And so we see the newest thing and want to try it out, and we have a lot of fun. They give us a lot of input, and they give us a pretty long leash. So I think they do a really good job of leading young leaders. And I think that's so key. Steven mentioned it on the podcast y'all released just recently, that that third generation is the generation where a company fails. We talk about that all the time of like, okay, if we're not going to screw this up, let's learn now while y'all are here.
Well, in my head, I was going to ask y'all, what are some of the experiments that have gone wrong?
Yeah.
And how have you adapted and learned from it?
So we tried this one this week where this is happening on the east and west coast, where you take some green beans and you soak them in liquid for a few days. So we did this with apple juice and orange juice. We did an IPA.
Oh, yeah?
And then you let it dry, and then you try to roast it. And the whole thought process is you can get a natural flavor, you can get a natural tasting coffee, not washed, for a fraction of the cost. And you kind of have some control of what it tastes, the hops you use, you can do local stuff. Tried it out. It was not good.
Okay.
Didn't taste the way it should, but we had the freedom to do it. And so there's also been times where we had a customer come to us, and he's a rancher out in Silverton. He said, I tried y'all's smokiest coffee. It's not smoky enough. We said, well, what if we cold smoke this for you? Almost as a joke. Let's try it out, see if it gets a smoky, see what your limits are. He takes it out to his people, and they love it. And now it's selling like crazy. It's on our website. It's called Chuck Wagon.
Okay, I was about to say, is it cowboy coffee?
No, they use it as cowboy coffee, but it's called Chuck Wagon. We roast our coffee dark. We go and put it on the grill and cold smoke it. It's real smoky. It has a lot of those umami flavors.
Okay.
But man, those ranchers love it. They eat it up.
How cool.
And so it's just different. It's the exact same trial and error, but one worked.
And then from there, it sounds like the leadership is giving you all the freedom to, hey, let's give it a try.
Oh yeah, so much fun. And whenever you're leading businesses together, you need to find what you have in common, so you can always come back when you disagree. Hey, what do we have in common? What do we love about this?
What's the shared mission?
What's the shared mission? Yeah, and we all love providing the best coffee we can to Lubbock, Texas, right? And so to do that, you don't want to become stale. You don't want to become stagnant. You don't want to just follow the trends of the market, but because Lubbock's unique. And so we will regularly come back and, hey, does this align with providing the best coffee we can?
Yeah.
And if it does, we try it. If not, we don't.
It's so interesting the way you describe that, because in my head, growing up, going to the 19th Street location all the time, that was the experience of Daybreak, but the operation is actually so much more and bigger than that. Has it been hard for Lubbock to realize who you all are now, if that makes sense?
A little bit. So when I came on to Daybreak, started wearing their gear around town, people would stop me just randomly inside of a store. Hey, let me tell you a story of how Daybreak changed my life. I met my spouse there. I used to take my kids there. I grew up going there when I was young. Man, I wish I would open up again. I wish I could get y'all's coffee somewhere. I'm like, oh, you can. We start talking, and maybe a lot of them, I've been buying United's coffee for years. Well, yeah, you've been buying Daybreak coffee. You should know it. But honestly, we love that. We don't feel a need for us to be really known. We feel a need to partner with our people. We're successful when our coffee shops are successful. Our partners are successful. Our customers are successful. And so if somebody can walk into J&B and drink Governor's Cup and love it to death, then I want you to go to J&B. I want you to experience that. I want you to build that community there. I don't really need you to know it's Daybreak.
Right.
As long as I'm putting out the best product I can, I'm good.
Well, I imagine y'all get to see a lot of your vendors go through change, because you mentioned J&B, and so Tyler and his wife coming through now.
Yes. Yeah, and it's a lot of fun for us because, we see them as a partner in building community within Lubbock, Texas. And so when they go through changes and they're experiencing different things, we get to come alongside and say, how can we help? What are y'all doing? Well, hey, we're struggling in this area. Yeah, we'd love to come Let us come alongside you. Oh, you want to try this new kind of espresso? That's great. Let's figure it out. Come on in. And so it's really fun. One of my favorite parts of the job is partnering with the people around town, because they're the ones on the front lines. They're the, you walk into a coffee shop and you could have the best day, the worst day. They're the ones that get to be that whatever you need that day. I get to play the role of helping them help love it. And they reach far more people than I would ever be able to. And so it's kind of cool to sit there and think exactly how far the reach is. And
do y'all have a map anywhere that shows how far your product has gone?
We used to, but we've started getting orders from places we never thought were possible, so it's been harder to keep up. We just sold to a coffee shop in Palm Beach, Florida.
No way. Okay.
That they had us somewhere and heard we were good and made an order, and now we got a coffee shop in Florida that's doing different things. And so we have shipped to all 50 states and Puerto Rico as well. And so it's almost impossible for us to know how far Daybreak's gone, how many people have tried it. But it's not us. So it's really cool.
So as y'all start thinking about new level of leadership, next generation, what are some of the obstacles that you see that you might need to be addressing?
Sure, yeah. So, like we talked about it earlier, we all have such different personalities. If the leader of your, attitude reflects leadership, something we say around the office all the time. So who your leaders are at the top, as that changes, your team below needs to change to reflect their strengths and weaknesses, their passions, how you set up your business systematically needs to change. And so even Dad and I, Dad is much more analytical, mechanical, a little bit laid back. He laughs all the time where he's like, "Why are you stressed out? This happens in 5 years." I'm like, "Because it happens in 5 years. We need to go." So because of that, there's obstacles in that. The business, Scott and Dad have the business set up perfectly for them, and it's running really well. And we're slowly integrating little things. But like they're with organization and detail and the way we operate and the way we see the world, it's really setting up new systems to help our people and help our team do their job the best. So we communicate a lot. I'll come and say, "Hey, I'm having this issue. I want to get this far ahead. I want to keep the coffee. I don't want to sell coffee that's older than 2 weeks old. How do we do that?" And so it's learning what we've done in the past and implementing it to the future.
Okay. Man, my brain's going through so many questions.
No, you're good.
I'm trying to pace them all. One of the notes I wanted to take from that is I feel there's a lot of small businesses that are getting ready for that next generation to step into it. And for a lot of them, they don't have the blessing of already having or they might be an established business, but it's the first transition. Y'all have already seen a couple transitions within the organization. What are some notes you would share as people prepare and plan for it? Yeah,
one of the biggest benefits for us is that Scott started early. He didn't sit there and say, "Well, I'm thinking in a couple years, so let's hire now." I'm looking 15, 20 years down the line. "Hey, Jeff, do you want to come on?" You get another 5 or so years down. "Hey, Ryan, do you want to come on?" And so we're nowhere close to Dad leaving. He's probably got 10, 15 years, but we start having the conversations now of, "Hey, when I step away, what are things you want to have in place? When I step away, you're going to struggle with this. How can I help you learn that now?" So now we have a 10, 15 year runway to learn, and that was so beneficial for Dad because there were parts of coffee he didn't know. He wasn't in coffee. So now he's fully equipped, he's ready, and there's no pressure on Scott to say, "Well, I have to stay on this much longer until you're ready." It's no. Whenever I'm ready, whenever the Lord calls me out, it's time to go. That's okay. And so it takes the pressure off, takes the stress off, and for the person leaving it, that's your baby. You want it to do well, so you're less worried. So for the small businesses out there, I would say start early. It's never too early to start planning for the next season.
That's huge.
And so, I think okay, maybe I don't want to work past 62. Maybe I don't want to work. Or maybe I want to slow down and travel a little bit more when I get to this age. Well, you want the opportunity and the freedom to do that. So start that plan early. Talk to your people. invest in them, and it makes that transition so much easier. And for us, it's been so much more life-giving. When it comes to coffee roasting, Scott has an infinite larger knowledge base on coffee than I don't know if I ever will, but than I do right now. I'm taking years and years and years to get where he's at. But we've gotten to this point where we can kind of collaborate, and he'll taste one thing, I'll taste another. We'll disagree, try them both, and it makes both of us better because he's invested early. And so start investing early. It'll reap benefits.
That's huge. Man, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, of course.
Next part of that question is the theme of an experiment has come up multiple times for your roasting, for trying things in your business, learning and growing, planning ahead. It's effectively creating a hypothesis. And so like, hey, if we want this outcome, what are the things we need to do now to end up with that result? And so with that, what are the things that y'all are playing with now to evolve into where you want to be 10 years from now?
Sure. So a lot of that testing, experimentation is just part of who I am. I always want to be the dumbest person in the room. I want to have people around me that are smarter, that know what they're doing, and I never want to assume that I know best. So because of that, like one of the things I love to do as a leader is I love to delegate. I love to have my team feel confident and have ownership in what they're doing, me support them and trust them in that. And so we've tried different things around systematically with how we've positioned our people. Hey, I want you to focus just on our retail orders. And I want you to do that well. I want you to take ownership. I want you to change how things are organized in the warehouse. I want you to change how much of something you want me to order to better set up for you. And I'll come back weekly and ask you, hey, where have you failed? How can I help you succeed? What did I not know? What can you teach me? So that's just part of who I am. And we really have a team right now that thrives off of that. And so it's a really good match at the moment.
That's huge when a company can treat failing as validated learning. It's not wrong to fail, it's expected. But what do we learn and how to improve and adapt from there?
Well, I think there's a philosophical difference between viewing a mess up as like failure and we're unsuccessful, or failure as a part of an opportunity to succeed, right?
Is it identity or is it process?
Yeah, is it identity or is it process? And so whenever we miss the mark in any way, we always want to evaluate, okay, why do we miss the mark? And then what can we do better? How is this an opportunity to make a better product? We have our Italian blend came out of a mess up. Scott was roasting way back in the day. He was roasting a blend and forgot about it, walked away. Came back, dang it, drop it. Out comes and brews it. Wow, this is good.
Yeah?
Good smoky flavor, good chocolate flavor. I tried with some customers, they loved it. So he could have said, man, I could
have gone straight in the trash.
I could have gone straight in the trash. You'd have never realized that was an opportunity for something better. And I'll hear stories, that was 20-something years ago. I'll hear stories every once in a while now of, hey, where can I get that Italian blend? I've had it here or here at this coffee shop, and I just love it. Can I get that at home? All because of a mess up.
Love it.
Yeah. So.
What is it? Benjamin Franklin said he figured out 99 ways to not make a light bulb.
That's right. That's right. That's what it's all about. And I think so much of being a successful small business has to do with mindset rather than it has to do with results. How are you setting yourself up for whenever things go awry? It's not if. When they go awry. How do we set ourselves up to do better and learn, right? And so, I don't know. I think that's one of the things Daybreak does really well. And I would give that advice to so many people is look forward to failing. Because some of the most beautiful things come from it.
Love it.
Yep.
So, now still looking forward a little bit. What are the things you're excited about coming up for Daybreak?
Oh, man. There's so much. So we're at this really fun intersection to where we're getting a little bit too big for our team, right? We need to start looking at adding more people, but we're not there yet. And so when we've talked to our team, okay, cool, where are places we can stretch, where are places we can grow. We have so much of our team that is just investing back into the company and really becoming ambassadors for the company. And so I'm excited for that growth. I'm excited for adding new members to the team, but I'm also excited for how our team are becoming leaders, so they're taking accountability. And so we've got that coming up. We're trying all kinds of new stuff, new partnerships with coffee shops around town, but then also New Mexico and Dallas. We went to our coffee shop in Dallas and learned like Laura Bush shops there.
Casual?
Just casual, you know. So I'm excited for the ways that our current team is investing back into Daybreak so that we can grow and develop more leaders here in the future. It's really fun to see.
I really appreciated when we had Steven on the podcast and he was talking about treating his team like entrepreneurs.
Yep.
That was huge.
No, that is
total
huge.
mindset shift.
Yeah.
And so when you let them have that ownership, letting them have the margin for failure and growth, a lot of cool things can happen.
Yeah. Well, you also learn their strengths so much better. I can better lead you when I know what you're good and what you're not good at and where you thrive. And so earlier this week, we had a machine break. And normally that's like a machine in the back. Normally, our service techs would come back and fix it when they had the time, but they were busy. And so my packager, he was packaging tea, and I'll go away for lunch and I come back and it's up and running again. And I'm like, what's going on? He goes, oh no, I fixed it, don't worry about it. Sit there and start talking to him. Well, he has this history in mechanic and he used to work on cars with his dad, and so this is a skill he had. Okay, now how can I invest in you? What are things that we can teach you and develop you in that? Because that's a skill I didn't know that I've been saying, I'm not going to use that skill because I didn't know it was there. And so, when you can identify those things within your team, I think it makes work more fun and more life-giving. And that's what it's all about.
Oh, completely.
I don't want this to be an 8 to 5. I want this to be somewhere you enjoy coming, and that blesses your family and blesses your community.
When I was a coffee shop manager for a while, one of my favorite things to ask once we had gone through the application hiring process and we were starting with onboarding of like, hey, are there any other skills or interests that you're already doing or wanting to grow in that you would want to do on behalf of the coffee shop? And so that let them experiment, build resume, build experience, but do it all within the safety of the shop. So.
Well, and that's one of the things that's really fun right now is within Lubbock in general, there are so many creative minds and small businesses that are starting and they want to do stuff together, which I think is really unique to Lubbock.
The amount of collaboration between small businesses.
We had an opportunity last fall with Brewery LBK.
I remember.
Where we were in there. It was late on a Thursday one day. We were debriefing stuff that happened at work and just kind of threw out there, hey, have y'all ever been interested in a coffee beer? And they were so excited. Heck yeah, we want to do a coffee beer. It was super simple, super easy, down the road. Well, how do we want to do the bottle? We'll put your logo, put our logo, we'll do this. It'll be super fun. Using everybody's strengths for label design and for, I don't know how to brew beer. But we can provide the coffee, they can provide the hops, do all those different things. Made a product. That doesn't happen a lot of these other big cities where you have, it's a competition for the market share, right? I just don't see that in Lubbock. People want to do life together and they want to thrive together. And it's so much more fun and such a better product when there's collaboration.
Well, that's a great segue. I was going to ask you, how would you recommend people that want to get into the coffee scene or be associated with Daybreak? What's the best way to engage?
I would say start drinking coffee.
Okay.
It sounds simple. But try something new every day. Go to the roaster here and get a bag, go to the roaster here, get a bag. Try it out. What do I like about this? Write it down. Come back a week later, the same coffee. What do I taste now? Look at your notes. Coffee is so unique because for a long time it's been viewed as this like quick hit of caffeine. But there's so much nuance to it. There's so much specialty to it that you can sit there and you can try a coffee today and try it in a couple hours. It's something totally different. And so drink coffee, write down what you think, and then drink some more.
I was about to say, just like beers, wines, and whiskeys, there's a palate to be developed, and the profiles are sophisticated.
And what's so interesting is a lot of those palates are similar. When I started roasting, one of the pieces of advice I was given was, hey, every once in a while, start drinking whiskey neat. A little bit here, a little bit there. But then identify, oh, I'm drinking this whiskey, I can taste vanilla in this. Now all of a sudden, when you go to coffee looking for vanilla, now I can taste it. Or maybe you can't, maybe somebody has an orange note in their coffee. But you can try it in an IPA, you get that orange note, you're like, wow, now I can go back to that coffee and identify it. And so they're so intertwined. What's also, I think, important in that is there's, you're going to have the people who they can taste a coffee and they get kumquat from Asia. And they just know it, right? That's where it's from. But you may be able to taste a coffee and say, I know this one's good, this one's bad. That's just as valuable. And so there's so much thought process, and I have to be able to pull these unique notes to know my coffee, know my stuff. But if you know good coffee from bad coffee, you're just as valuable in the coffee world as someone who can pull the random notes from the random island.
And simultaneously, drink coffee the way you like it.
Oh, yeah.
Find what you like and appreciate it.
Yeah. My wife loves vanilla creamer. So we'll be sitting at home, hey, what are you tasting this? Tastes just like vanilla creamer. And it's so good. So drink it the way you want. And that's one of the coolest things about the coffee shops in Lubbock, too, is each one uses a different style of espresso. They use different milk, and they steam it differently, have different ratios. So try it out. Find a coffee shop that agrees with your palate. Continue to go back. Have conversations. What do you get from this? Because it's okay. It's okay if your experience and my experience are different. That makes the experience even better, that we have each other's experiences.
Right. Love it. And we're getting close to the dealership again, so we're about to enter our fire round. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Favorite place to go on a date night?
Triple J's.
Triple J's. What do you get?
I get a Big Bailey with sweet potato fries because my wife likes them, and I get mashed potatoes.
Perfect. Favorite thing to do with the family?
We love to go to Two Docs with chalk. And so we'll play tic-tac-toe on the walls and color and enjoy local music.
I was just at Two Docs last night, so love it.
So much fun.
Where do you take people when you have guests come to town?
When we have guests come to town, one of my favorite places right now that I've discovered is Stone Ground Pizza. They're a food truck.
Okay.
I find where they're at, and we go. They'll set up outside of a business or at a park and go experience the business. Because you want to experience both Stone Ground and other place, but their pizza is so good.
Oh, cool. And then I think we've got one more. What is it? One of your favorite annual traditions or events in town?
Favorite annual traditions. This is Slayton, but I love their banana pudding festival.
It is so good.
Oh my gosh. My family's from Oklahoma. And every time we post pictures, all the comments are, why doesn't Oklahoma have this? Why can't we do this? Like, well, Slayton, Texas does. It's a good time. I got one question for you. Is that allowed?
Go for it.
What is your favorite coffee?
Oh, man. I know just about every coffee shop in town, and so I appreciate them all for what they do.
Yeah.
Where you'll see me most regularly is probably Monomyth.
Okay. They're phenomenal.
But I go 92, I go Sugar Browns, I go Gold Stripe.
That's awesome.
Anywhere that leans third wave style.
Okay.
Personally, don't do the drive-throughs.
Okay.
But that's because I want to sip my coffee while I'm sitting down and getting work done or having a conversation.
One of my favorite things about coffee shops in Lubbock that other places in the world are striving to reach is there's this need in community for a third place, a place where you can just go and not be what role you play at work or at home, but just go and be Taylor. And coffee shops in Lubbock have done such a good job of creating a space for you to go and just be Taylor.
The coffee scene is very special to me, so it's fun to be able to have this conversation with you. So we're back at the dealership. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me. It was great talking to you.
Loved it.
Yep.